to the schools, the first thing which came across to everybody's mind is that why this name Apna? You know, what is this word Apna? How came out with this word Apna? So I just looked at them and then said, I just want to make you Apna. That's why I came to your place with Apna. So our main aim is, yes, we are Apna Business Network, International Business Network. But our main aim is to build a relationship between people. So that is what we are looking for. Relationship, it doesn't mean that business we are doing day and out. That is just a word. Okay. Now when somebody asks me, why in this age you are running from schools to schools and what are you getting? Normal question everybody asks, what are you getting? What are you getting? Because that is main thing which has gone into everybody's head, that whatever we do, we should get something. Yes, we have to get whatever we are doing. But then my only dream was, I don't know, which I see now coming true, my only dream was to learn. Till my last breath, I want to learn. That is the only dream I have. So, how to learn? The best way is to connect to the schools and colleges, because there when I go out, I meet parents. I met, an old man, maybe 70 years old or 75 years old, and he was waiting for his grandchild to come from the school out. So I was waiting there for the appointment, and then he said, he started talking to me, and I said, so you are here to get your grandchild? He had a very big smile. Yes, I am here to get my grandchild. But my grandchild doesn't listen to me at all. If I go to the neighbor's grandchild, they will listen to me. But he is not listening to me. So I just gave a smile to him. I said, so will you like to be a part of something which you can share with the other children? He said, yes, why not? And I came running to my sir. I said, sir, I have one idea. He said, what is it? I said, I met a grandparent, and he said like that. So we came with a concept called 1661. So that concept is like, under the 16-year-old, we can learn so much from them. It is a very bad concept that we can learn only if we have gone through, history, geography, everything. It is everyday learning. So that 16 and 61 concept, which we started, we are just working on it. So that concept we started saying, okay, a person who is 16 can teach a 61 and 61 can teach a 16-year-old. And they have so much to tell. When I went to my house and my mother is in London nowadays, so I called her up. I said, you have to be here on the meeting. We are going to have first meeting for 1661. She said, what is this 1661? I said, I am giving you a platform. She's 84. I said, I am giving you a platform to talk. She said, platform to talk? I said, yes, platform to talk. So she said, what I can talk? And I go, whatever you have in your mind. And the next day she calls me up, 45 minutes on WhatsApp. She was eating my head. She wanted to show her sweaters. She wanted to show her crochet. She wanted to tell her about her paintings. So within, that 24 hours, she has worked out a list what she wants to show in the 1661. So it's basically sharing, nothing else, and learning. So this is the best platform what I thought which can make my dreams come true by learning. So when I go to Tiny Tots, I learn so much from them. You know, there are small questions in their eyes. Auntie, can you tell me this? Auntie, can you tell me that? What is water? What is this? Though their teachers have taught them all that, you know, what is what and what is what. But still they want to hear it from the other person because they want, you know, they want me. So let's, you can settle down. Welcome. So basically what they want is, they want to hear from me what I know. It's not that what they know. They want to hear from me what I know. And the minute I do little mistake, purposely I do little mistake. I say, like that. No, auntie, it is like this. So they will come out with some idea. And that idea, okay, is mine. And I learn that day. So this is how we are learning. So it's every day we are improving, you know, day by day with our learning. When we share with the people, when we share with each other, the atmosphere becomes totally different. And of course, you all are there to fulfill my dreams. So we'll take it forward from there. And it's basically relationship what we are looking for. That once we are comfortable with each other, we can talk more. You know, what we talk, it doesn't matter, we can talk more. So that's what we are looking for. I'll now give it to Nathan sir to take it all forward. And from this note, and so.
Good morning and welcome to all of you. We got a little delayed because we wanted a good number of people to come. Now I think it is satisfied. We are close to 50 people in this hall now, so it's a good strength to go forward. As Simi was talking, she has been going to various schools. Some of you she has already met, or some of you might not have met, but you would have heard about her through somebody else she has met. We are all part of the same organization, APNA. I happen to be one of the founders of APNA, therefore I am standing and talking to you about what we want to do here. Before we do anything, let me assure you, this has got no hidden purpose. It is purely what you can see here, extending the arms of friendship, that's all. People still wonder why friendship, we have got enough friends already. Maybe you have enough friends, but we have here once again to extend the arms. So this is what we want to do. Please relax, don't keep anything in your minds. Please be free to experience what we are going to discuss today. I'll also give you a chance to introduce each of you, and everybody will introduce, and then we have a structured agenda which we will take forward. A few things which I will share in the beginning, and then we move into our agenda. I have a great sense of gratitude to all of you because on this Saturday you have given your valuable half day. Thanks to our political situation, last Monday was holiday, so many schools are working today, because of which many of you are already in some kind of an handicap, but we cannot do anything. The nearest I can do is a big thank you for coming. So it's a gratitude which I want to extend because the invitation you have honored and come here. On behalf of the entire APNA team, I thank and welcome each of you. At the same time, I will give you a promise. You will definitely feel that the time was well spent. This much is an assurance, and we will ensure that you go with that feeling. If you don't go with that feeling, then no, you will go with that feeling. So that option is not there. So that's all we have to do. Therefore, it is better we find a way to find the time well spent. I always believe one thing. Whether there is God, whether there is a spiritual world or nothing. You should always thank somebody for having somebody to talk to. Being alone, lonely, solitude is not a great somewhere each of us find our own something. So I always feel that we are all blessed to have such good people who come here. And I'm sure you will continue to spread the message of what we want to do for Apna and all of you. And we will grow this community as we move on. We will ensure that you get what it means Apna. She was talking about Apna, we want to make you Apna. Apnaism. Apna itself is a word that means all we. So that's what I will share as I move on. And each of you will be given some chance to talk, and we will see how we can extend this together. This is the agenda for today. We will have a self-introduction now. I will start with myself, then each can introduce. We will start with the school and college. Whoever is here, we will start with their introduction. Those of you who don't want to introduce yourself, you can go there. So for temporarily you can escape, but then when they start introducing, you can so you will have some exercise. But otherwise we will keep track, because there are a lot of people watching, and the whole thing is live telecast, just for your information. Then I will give an introduction to Apna. What Apna is, because so far you have heard the word and all that goody things, so let me just explain what it means. Then we will talk about what resources Apna has. Then we will have a discussion on the way forward. I will give certain guidelines on which we will have an open brainstorming discussion. Then we will have a summary and conclusions. We also have a lunch. It's a millet-based lunch. Therefore, those of you who are health conscious can be very happy to take the lunch. So I invite all of you to stay back, have the lunch, and discuss and then enjoy the day. Let me start with the self-introduction. I will start with myself. After that, I will request each of you to come here and talk about you, your background, the institution where you are working, and what is your profession. If you are a teacher, or you are a management, or you are a student. I don't know, I am seeing some youngsters also here, so I don't know who is a student, who is a teacher, so I just leave it open. I am a student, and I am also a teacher. Therefore, it's always tough to talk to teachers, they say. Sometimes the teacher will say, enough, now you sit, I will talk now. So that's what I will do. Let me introduce myself, and then each of you can introduce. My name is Nathan. I am an engineer by qualification. I belong to the 1980s as far as education is concerned. I worked in big organizations like BHEL, etc. Then I started my consulting practice in 1990. We are a 30-year-old company almost. We have 180 people in our company. Last 4 years, we started Apna as a movement, and I have been focusing only on Apna in the last 4 years. Apna as a community has got 1,500 people across the world. So there's a lot of resource that is available. My field is mechanical engineering. I got a little bit interest in statistics. It is my core subject. Apart from that, all the other subjects I managed to pass. So now I don't even know what those are, and our world was different. Today there's a lot of new things which have come. So this is my background, and I'm really honored and happy that all of you are in our premises and will make your time worthwhile. So we'll start with an introduction of each of you. You can explain about you and what you are doing, right? We will do that, and while we are talking, I just want to explain this. Apna has got the magic number 10. We call it the power of 10. As long as you keep on putting 0 on the right side, it makes sense, correct? So 10, 100,000 is better than 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, no. So we will give you a small piece of paper with a small token. You have spent your time, but we can give you 10 rupees, right? You wonder what is this, but this is the start. 10 can become 100,000, million, I don't know. Many people tell me we don't want money. I know you don't want money. But you earn money and give it to others who are in need of it. That's much better than looking for charity. So I want to give this to each of you after you speak, and a small gift from Apna is what we will do. So let me start with an introduction. However you want to start, from here or from back. So everybody is showing a hand there. I thought only in school students want to sit in the back. So we start from the end. Oh, it's very difficult to control. We'll start from the last. It's much easier. Yes, ma'am.
I can stand up.
Yeah. No, you come here. There are
That's been recorded.
Waiting your time slowly. please feel comfortable. Please come. If you are all from the same school, you can come one after another. Whatever way. You can, please.
Good morning to everybody present over here. Good morning.
Silence,
Thank
please.
you.
Please listen.
My name is Sri Lakshmi. I work as an assistant professor in Adarsh Institute of Management, Chandrajpet. Basically, my qualification is MSc MBA. All of us are pursuing our PhDs, and I hope this session will be fruitful for us. Thanks for inviting us, and all the best. Oh, thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you. Very good morning to all of you. I'm Shalini. I'm a colleague of Professor Sri Lakshmi. All of us work in Adarsh Institute of Management. Basically, we are all MBA teachers. 3 of us have come from the same college. And I've been wondering to what extent this program is going to help us. I mean, how can we mold or how can we guide our students who are already grown up. So I'm looking forward for this event. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Mr. Rajan, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Well, as my colleagues told, we are all in the same institute. I am Sasunanda. We are all doing our PhD and teaching MBA students. We were, little bit kind of, we are trying to figure out how it is going to, how we are going to connect or how it is going to be useful. We are just looking forward to this. Thank you.
Yes, please. Then you belong to school or?
Stage is side.
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you for inviting me first. I met Simi in one of the meet of the School of Finance. So she invited me, she told that you also come. So I'm looking forward for this one. My name is Sapna, and initially I was a lawyer. Basically my qualification was law, but I was always had a passion to become a teacher. As usual, parents, they restricted me for this, telling teachers it's a very tough job, don't want, all those things was there. But I was a dancer also, so I used to teach children at that time. So that made me no, I should become a teacher, not a lawyer is not my this thing. So when I got married and I had a child, I told my husband, this is my passion. So he motivated me. Then I started with my schooling. Initially without any experience, nothing knowing, I took a franchisee and I started. I realized I don't know anything about it. So I went back again. I took a training from Montessori, Navadisha Montessori in AMI. Went to Chennai, stood there in a PG as a student. And I took a training and then I came back and I started Butterfly Montessori in Kormangla. Then due to that I started studying myself. I did my NTT, I did my B.Ed, I did my M.Ed, I did my M.A. also. And still I am trying to figure out I want to study again and again and pursue something. In my childhood I have observed that when I was till my 7th standard, I hate history. I used to hate history, but I used to love maths. But it happened that when I came to college, when I did my law, it was history of course. That was easy for me, so I did. But when I came to do B.Ed, they said, no, you have to take history. So it was chasing me like anything, but my passion was math. So I made it sure that I should do something with history because every time it chases me. So this, I don't want the children to happen these things. What their passion, they should live on that. So for that, I'm figuring out what the children's passion is, and I'm helping the parents as well as motivating the children to pursue their career in their passion. Instead of me doing a lot of things, let them focus in one of the avenue and let them pursue their this thing. Due to that, it happened that I met one of the conference. During that time, I met Mr. Cody Keller, who was a good storyteller, and it happened that he asked me for the paper presentation. Again, it came back to history. I said, no, I don't want to do history. I will do with the math. So my forte was, I create stories because I had a background of dance. I was into theatre. I was into music. So why not this? So I created a story for the equation of a plus b whole square, and I told my children through a story, and I made them through a presentation through the theatre. So that was easy for the children to take. So my 8-year, 9-year-old children, they are able to understand what is the equation. We all mugged up. I too mugged up when I was studying. So basically everyone will do that. That's what I have observed. In 90s, this is what the trend was. But now I want to know how well they can understand what is the 10 cube, what is the power of 10, how we can create. So in that way, I'm doing a little bit with my children. My school runs from toddlers, from 5.5 months baby, till 12 years of age I take. And right now that is Kormangala is one of the branch, and I have extended to HSR layout. One of my parents also was interested, so he also joined me and he started one more center in HSR. This is what my listening is. I do have a training program of Montessori as well as the nursery teachers training and the leadership. Thank you so much.
I already feel we should sit here now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, please. Come.
You. Yes, come. Don't want to miss anybody.
You told no in the same fashion.
Stop.
Come and
That's your daughter?
Yeah.
She can explain a plus b whole square.
She's my second daughter. My first daughter is in 10, and she's in 6th standard. She's in my school itself. I have not put her into any other school. She's undergone with a Montessori this thing.
please introduce yourself.
My name is Hashmita.
Which standard you are?
I'm 6th standard.
School?
Home school.
Homeschool.
What is the name of your home school? Butterfly Moms.
And she's into everything like dancing, fashion, and she's a brand ambassador of US Polo.
Model among.
Yes, please. No.
Class box.
Huh? But you are not part of the teaching. No. Wait.
Morning everybody. My name is Aisha. I'm from Indo-Asian Women's Degree College. First of all, I'm thankful to Mr. Nathan and ma'am that they called us here, they invited us here. And I hope that this session is going to be useful for training the grown-up students. Actually, handling them is really tough in the college because they are into age where they are neither kiddish and they are not grown up altogether. So handling them is very difficult. So sometimes we will feel that what is this? How do I handle? Sometimes after having a tough time with the students, I feel what if the students commit suicide or something. Sometimes this goes in so badly for not attending classes and all. So I hope sir will guide us how to deal with those kind of moments when we are really into dilemma what to do. Thank you.
myself Mahalakshmi. I am a lecturer in political science in Indo-Asian University. I also teach PU politics also, and I am very excited to know how the day will be. So I am a teacher, also I have also finished my NTT and presently working. I want to quit my job and take out Pinto Class Activity Center in my house and my friends with my son also.
Request you to be silent, please. They talk louder. Very short. Yes, sir.
And we could hear it clear.
Good morning to all. Very thankful to Madam. She personally came and and Nathan sir also. As Nathan sir, I am also mechanical engineer. So I work good for HCA, then railway.
I was.
That is evergreen. Then I joined State Civil Service. Then recently I resigned and entered the education field. So I started the Sanskriti schools, series of schools. First school started this year. In first year itself I got 200 students. I am looking good forward in education field. I have to serve the society. I want to make it giant schools. And she is my wife. I am the chairman. She is a secretary and principal also. She is my one relative. She is one of the director.
We will all speak individually, okay?
And thank you very much. My name is Ashwath.
Sanskriti.
There are some politicians with that name. You are not coming?
I'll tell you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Professor Anchal Margaret. A very unusual name. I'm an educator for the last 30 years. I've been an educator, been a lecturer, been a professor, been a dean of a college. And right now, I have my own company that is I Succeed Solutions. The aim of my life was to create a manual for living. And I found that the manual was not available to me, so I was, I think for 25 years looking for a manual to live life. And I realized that it is very essential to understand how to manage the mind. What is the mind? What is self? So I've done a lot of work, and I'm a student, as sir said, I'm a student for life, and I enjoy studying and I enjoy learning. I've traveled the world, and also of course doing a lot of research. I'm a PhD. My thesis work is on ignorance, a very unusual subject. So I did study on epistemology of ignorance. Epistemology of ignorance. To identify and rectify and do what it takes to get rid of ignorance. So many people will not agree, but we are all ignorant about many things. The more you are educated, you realize that you are ignorant. So I am on that path of coming to know, opening the doors towards more and more understanding, more and more knowledge, and I created my own program which is known as Art of Right Thinking. There are several people who are teaching art of living, art of all kind of things, but I felt that we have to work on the seed, that is the mind, and we have to use the mind as an instrument to discover what lies beyond. And I am one person who says that the purpose in life is enlightenment for every one of us, not just for one X, Y, and Z, but each one of us takes it upon themselves to be on the track of enlightenment. We will be enlightened. And I'm very excited, and I live my moment beautifully, and you never know how things might turn up, and I'm just looking forward to it. So this Art of Right Thinking program, which probably with the different people understand it differently. Some understand it as a personality development program, some understand it as a right thinking breakthrough systems. I just name it the way my clients want it. So basically I answer questions about mind, what is reality, how we create reality. It is supported by neuroscience, quantum mechanics, sociology, psychology, anatomy, physiology, microbiology, everything. So I put a lot of effort in understanding the brain, because if you don't understand this body well, I can't limit myself and say that, okay, I'm a humanities specialist or I'm an MBA. I teach HR also, I used to be. And so I needed to know everything. So I went back and started constructing my own knowledge temple, and brick by brick I have set it up. So now I know when I can move around confidently in that. So I answer the questions, and it is based on two very important theories, that is pragmatism and existentialism. And we try to build the knowledge. So I found that whoever is doing it, I make it very easy. It is just 14 sessions, 7 sessions, in which I make it so simple and present it so anybody is able to understand the purpose of life, what is mind, what is self, and of course a lot of Vedantic studies, all kind of philosophies have contributed to this program. And that's how it goes on, how we create our belief systems, how limited beliefs can be removed, all the strategies and techniques and tactics to live a wonderful life. And also, of course, I like to teach to young children. So the best time to introduce this subject is 11 to 17 years. And, if your manual is given to them, then they will be able to manage themselves and their environment and life skills, soft skills, competency development. Then also I have introduced the teachers training program, because I feel that it is very necessary to teach the teachers who are training the Montessori preschool stage students, so that you can teach them creative thinking, what is thinking, how to think, problem solving, and of course facing challenges. So these things have to be introduced at the age of even 1.5 to 3 years. Otherwise, they will never know. Managing money, entrepreneurship has to be introduced in preschool. That's what I feel very, very strongly. And I have unlimited amount of creativity just popping out of my brain. And every day morning, I design something new. This morning also, I created something, a beautiful drawing stating about the Swayam. That is, you start with your mind. So if it just popped out this morning, and immediately I design and create a. I brought it, you can have a look. So this is what I do, and teachers training program till primary level, and I also set up preschools with the latest ideas that pop out in the process of my growth. That is the second thing that I do, and of course training, communication, everything, writing, and also I support in entrepreneurship model. I want women empowerment. I'm looking for people who can come together and learn how to become entrepreneurs. In our schools and all, we are not trained to become entrepreneurs. So it can be inculcated in the school. Parents should inculcate these ideas to children. So parenting workshops, parenting programs, these are things that I do. And my book will be published very shortly. I've written a book again about mind, just thoughts to win. And so next month it will be published. This is my journey, and I'm very happy and thankful to be here. So, and meet all of you and learn. Thank you so much.
Just a second. While you were talking, I thought I should join with her in mathematics. I was reminded of integral minus infinity to plus infinity. That is what you are.
Good morning all. Myself Swati. I run a preschool in Vijayanagar. I run Heritage Preschool in Vijayanagar. And coming back to Madam's points, like I met her before 3 years. So it was like in a program when she was, she had come for a company and she was taking classes on team building. So that time I met her. Only because of her today I am able to run a school independently. And I was not that confident to run a school. I was running schools for somebody else. But I was not ready to take up on my own. So I was I'm basically from Mysore, but I moved out due to my daughter's studies to Bangalore. Then I don't know, when I met her only, that urge of starting a school became very strong, and with her help only I started the school. And now I'm running the school successfully, only with her mentoring, I could say. And that is one thing, and we both are into several programs. See, like as Madam said, we are doing the teachers training program, that is International Teachers Training Program, and then again preschool and primary school teachers training program, and we do set up schools which is non-franchisee and which is very easy to very easy approachable schools. And then financially also it is very easy to start a school with a good mindset, and they need to undergo some kind of training from MAC. So that is one thing. And then apart from that, we give away daycare franchises also, and then even we train maids also. Like, even the caretakers should be knowledgeable. Nowadays, everything is accountable. So for that reason, we train everyone. So thanks for inviting me.
Thank you so much. Come to the first benches.
Good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
I am Shamika, working in the Association of People with Disability, that is development sector. So basically I am from Shimoga. I completed my engineering in electronics and communication. As I told, I have completed in 1985. We are from that batches.
3 years junior too.
I completed in 95, actually 80s I completed new. But we were thinking from 80s to become engineer, so sir is that. Actually after completing my engineering I came to Bangalore, and I have been selected as a trainee in Bharat Electronics. So I worked in Bharat Electronics, then I saw an ad in the newspaper and applied for the post of principal. Then I was the person who cannot communicate, even I was very scared of talking to anybody. But I applied for the post of principal and I have been selected there. It is the development center, so they took, because the post is required to be in electronics, so I became principal. And I was very young, that time only just 24 years, 25 years. Some people will come to meet principal, they will come and they will be searching, where is principal? And they will say, oh madam, we thought some what person will be sitting. How come you are the principal? Because in those days, principal means, even when I went to the interview, many old people, they came in suit and good dressed. So I went and I appeared Madhusuda. During interview, he liked me, it seems. Whatever questions he asked, I answered no. So he called me again. He convinced me personally. You have done BE in electronics, and here, this is just ITI. You can teach the candidates, you can take care of the admin. Don't worry, we are all there to support you. So in that way, I came to this development sector, NGO. So I was, then I started there electronic mechanics courses, computer courses, because only mechanical courses were there. And there we were giving training for the disabled people, like physical disability, speech and hearing, cerebral palsy. Then I thought of giving training to the disabled girls who are severely disabled, who are sitting on the wheelchairs. So I started electronic mechanic course where they can sit and do some like soldering, assembling, all these courses. So it was a good successful program. Then after completing 10 years in that ITI, fundraising became my passion because very poor candidates were coming to me. They are all from the various parts of interior parts of Karnataka and they are disabled and poor families. No? So I wanted to support them for their education. They need money for their surgery, mobility aids, uniform, everything. So I started approaching right people like you who can support them with some money. So I was approaching Rotary Club, Innergy Club and many other clubs. They are supported and today because of that they promoted me to senior manager fundraising marketing department. So they are my colleagues. Manjula and Sharavana, so they are also working with us. And Kavya, because of Kavya, today I am here. I came to meet all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So I take this opportunity to invite you to all of you to come and see our NGO.
What is your NGO?
That is Association of People with Disability. It is 60-year-old NGO. Yeah, thank you.
Good morning to all. My name is Manjula. Yeah, Lingraj. So I work for
Finish them with both together.
So most of the things my colleague Shanigar has told. So I was 60 years old and we run a school for disabled children. So I joined as a system support. Now I have moved to fundraising. So that made me something I have to do for society, for children's education. So I am now raising funds. And also request some of them who are interested in volunteering also we welcome them. So we can support in teaching. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Hi, good morning all. I am Sarvan. I am from APD, Association of People with Disability. I work in placement. So I am working there for 2 years and we are a part of livelihood program. So in our program we will train the disabled like 18 to 34 years we work. We will bring them from other districts in Karnataka like Bijapur, Davangere. So all are been selected and we'll conduct camp from there and we'll bring them to Bangalore. We support them for the course and we also train them in DPO for the 2 months course and hospitality retail. So in DPO we have tie-ups with companies like IBM, Aegis, we have Accenture supports us for the placements and all. And in hospitality we have Lemon Tree Hotel which take candidates from us and in retail we have Star Bazaar, Vishal Mega Mart. So this is and I am into placement and I thanks AIBM for inviting us here.
Thank you. We know a little bit about you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am from Sanskriti School. I have done MA and BEd. Now we have started this new school, Sanskriti School. So I came here to learn something from this and I use it to the school, to our children. So I came here.
He gave a good lecture. Anybody came in between?
No. No.
First of all, a big round of applause. There are always unsung heroes or heroines or whatever you want, artists. Many of you are really doing such a tremendous job. I know you're not doing it for recognition. You're doing it because you believe in it. So this is really one of the great things, and we are really blessed to listen to all these things. I am sure there are many such people like you, and we want to see how we can take all these talents up towards the betterment of the society. Let's move on with our agenda. But while many of you were speaking, I got a little worried, so I thought I will clarify. Definitely this is not a training program. We are not going to teach you how to handle anybody. Many of you were telling we want to learn. Of course, we will teach you. But not today, because the objective of this meeting is not that. The objective of this meeting is to familiarize that there is a society called Apna, and to understand and look where the support can be extended. That's all we want to do. What really is Apna, and how some of these elements in Apna can reach out to your requirements. Then we can build on that. Otherwise it can become very boring trying to teach anybody anything. So we will not talk about any specific tool or skill set today, but more about the platform called Apna. Once again, a big thanks to all of you for taking the time out and introducing yourself. We get a fairly good idea of your ambitions, your capabilities, and we are 100% convinced that there are so many things we can do to this world instead of just crying or helplessly talking about it. So that's a great message. I'm sure all of you will take it forward. So let me move on. Now is the time for me to talk about Apna. Many of you have heard something about it. Pardon? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe you can. Sorry.
Good morning.
Good morning.
A pleasure to be here. Thank Nathan and Mr. Shankar for inviting me. I am Dr. Sudha Bhonge, a professor of psychology, and I think there are a lot of professors here. Okay. I was teaching in the Bangalore University. I was chairperson of the postgraduate department. When I took VRS and I joined Eduquity, I am now heading EduCafe Student Solutions. Like Madam Simi said, EduCafe Edu is education, cafe is like coffee cafe day. Okay? So learning through fun. We believe that education is important, but the way we can learn, the outcomes are important, but the process can be interesting. Light has gone off. Okay, let me continue. So what does EduCafe do? We try, like Sapna said, we try to make you live your dreams. Okay? We do a lot of career counseling. So what I was teaching in the classroom for 30 years, I'm now applying it in real life. And someone said they have 30 years of experience. This year I complete 40. So maybe I'm the grandmother here. Okay. So we do a lot of career counseling across stage, but we concentrate mainly on the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th standard students. Because in India, unfortunately, the 10th and 12th standard board exams are the most important exam the child sits through. Everyone wants to know what marks they've got. And every mark counts. So you get 92 and someone has got 92.1 and they get the seat in that college. Okay? So, but if there are two adjectives I could use to describe Indian education system, one is it is very compartmentalized. So after 10th you are made to choose between arts and science and commerce. And if you go into arts, then automatically engineering and medicine are all out. So everyone pushes everyone into science. The second is, it is very hierarchical. We believe that science is the best, then comes commerce, though nowadays science and commerce are fighting, and way below comes arts. So anyone who gets into arts is because they've not got a seat into science and medicine. But actually, there are many more unemployed engineers, sorry, unemployed art graduates. So we believe that if you can choose a career that you are good for, okay, then automatically success and happiness will come in. And how do you choose your career? Not on your marks. Your marks is your ability. And you will get a seat maybe, but your passion, your interest and your personality. So we have developed an online assessment and then we counsel. And we have done a lot of research and we know there are more than 200 careers a child in India could choose. Engineering, medicine, law are not the only things. So can we help a child choose a career they are best suited for and then tell him the path to it. And let me give, we also do a lot of training programs for schools, colleges and teachers because we tell our children to study, we don't tell them how to study. So very often it's through trial and error. They put in a lot of effort but somehow it doesn't get reflected in the marks card. And then parents come back saying, why is it that they're not studying? We have children coming out of exams saying they blacked out. The minute they come out, they remember everything. And the third is, they say the paper is too long. And having been in the field of education, I know that is a problem of time management. So we teach them generic skills, academic skills. We also teach them life skills. The reason being that your marks card is your visa into entry into the job place or workplace. But how, when did you succeed there will depend only on your life skills. Can you communicate well? Can you make decisions, problem solving, all those skills. And as someone said, from preschool we need to train it. But we train preschool teachers, we don't train preschool children. But from, someone said MBA student, is there anything for MBA students? I think etc. We do this training for college students and for school students, but how to live or life skills, employability skills as well as academic skills. So mainly what Edisofe does is training and counseling. So our model, if you call it the ACT model, assessment, counseling and training, to help our child realize their potential, because we do believe that every individual is unique, every individual has talent, even if they don't like math, they can still succeed in life. Okay, so that is what we do. And if there's something that we could, we have been collaborating with Apna. If there's something that we could do, we would love to do it because it is a passion for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Anyway, now the power has failed. So we use this opportunity to introduce the other side so that you can know each of them. Just a few words. There are different domains, we call it different worlds. You may not like that word, but if you go to a doctor, you see a world there. Go to a hospital, you see a world there. You go to education institutions, you see a world there. Go to corporate, there is a world. Each world is so unique. It has its own characteristics, it has its own strengths, idiosyncrasies, challenges. At the end of the day, how can we collaborate? What is a collaboration or cooperation? That is where the real strength is. Everybody has needs. It's very difficult to imagine that somebody says, I don't need anybody's help. It's very impossible. Everybody needs some assistance, some need. As long as this need is understood, you should always find the best solution for that need. That is what Apna provides. Apna's basic philosophy is opportunity. What is an opportunity? An idea is an opportunity. As Madam was telling in the morning, she gets an idea. It is an opportunity. Who takes it, for whom it is, how it benefits is beyond discussion. But it is an opportunity. Likewise, if you see, every one of us brimming with opportunities. Can we do something to this? That is what Apna is all about. Apna is an organization, a network, a platform, which gives meaning to opportunities. We want people to express the opportunities, whatever they have in their mind. And some of them cannot take it forward because either they don't have money, or they don't have people to be associated with them, or they don't know from where they will get the students or customers, or they want resources, or they want to grow. Everybody has an idea, but to take that idea into the real world, a lot of support is needed. And Apna exactly fits that. So why all of us are here, we want to say, you are all doing wonderful job, but still, you all have needs. You may like to express, you may not like to express, but it will be there. Can we, as Apna, as a platform, support that need? At the end of the day, any transaction or service happens only when two things happen. Somebody has a need and somebody has the service. If the need is fulfilled by the person, then it is fine. At the same time, there are other issues. Economics, every service can be fulfilled, but at what economics? At what efficiency? She used efficiency and effectiveness. What efficiency? This becomes the world of business. There is a very thin line difference between service and business. Both are very, very complementary. When I come to your house and you give me water, it is service. When you go to a hotel and you take water, it is business. Because he gives you water, but he charges you also. In the house it is service, outside it is business. But at the end, it is service-mindedness. That's important. And that's what all of us here are. The most common platform which binds all of us together is the mind mentality of service. And what is the service we want to offer? We want to fulfill anybody's expectations and opportunities. We want to listen to opportunities and take that opportunity to conclusion. That's what we are assembled here for. I want to express about what Apna is if we get the power quickly. Otherwise, we have other ways of communicating it, which we will do. But right now, what I thought, hoping the power will come, I just thought we will introduce some of the people out there who are all doing some service or the other. My request to all of you is just listen to them, make a note of where you think that service could fit into your scheme of things. If it doesn't fit, perfectly all right. Everything cannot be done by everybody and for everybody. We have to choose. At the same time, my request to my friends, please keep it short. The reason is we have a lot of people. Everybody should get a time. So don't be anxious to sell anything. Everybody needs to understand what you do. That's all. And you, on your part, can make a note of, yeah, this could be interesting, I would like to discuss, or this is not interesting, or this is, I already have, some people have. And I have always believed service should always be done at the best level. If I have something better, please take. If you have something better, we will take. But it is always the best. I hope the understanding is clear. Let me quickly summarize. Each of you have pursuing several careers. You move from place to place. You change your careers. You have deep mission, ambition, and extremely successful. At the same time, I am sure there are needs. I don't know what it is. Don't be worried about the current context. Open up your mind, because infinity is freedom. The moment you break the barriers, your mind will travel everywhere. The moment it goes to infinity, the freedom will give you an expression of what you want to do. I want us to go back to those baby days where we had great dreams. Let us discuss and see how to take this forward. And I always believe everybody sitting here represents two opportunities. You have something to give or you have something to take. Let's discuss. That's all is the point. I'll come back to Apna a little later, but before that, let me ask my dear friends who are already part of Apna to talk about, in simple language, what they do so that the others do understand. And wherever you feel you want to connect specifically, you can do so. We'll start with Dr. Syed.
Good morning. Good morning. First of all, I request you to give a big hand to Mr. Nader. Words of wisdom. This morning we were discussing with that. Why is it people suspect, for what we do? What is it, the purpose of this doing this, all this service? You should be having some kind of motive behind it, some hidden agenda. No, believe me, I have come here, let me just introduce Dr. Mohammed Saeed. I have done PhD in child psychology and then PhD in school management. Okay, I was a member of National NCERT, National Council for Educational Research and Training. Okay, now we are running a company, School Health Evaluation Systems Academy, that is compliance to the CSR. Now just I want to give you some take home. What I have done after coming and joining here, and then meeting a lot of people, gems and diamonds like you. Your network is your net worth. Your network is your net worth. If you keep doing what you are doing, you will keep getting what you are getting. If you want something which you have not got so far, you need to do something which you have not done so far. This is the purpose of me meeting here. I'm a student of ontology, science of human behavior. I'm interested in meeting with madam, okay, and then behavioral science, human relationship. So we conduct programs. I'm a counselor in prison counseling, premarital and post-marriage counseling, students counseling. So we'll be having a great time with Mr. Nathan and wish you all the best, sir. Thank you.
Just you can tell your name, please.
My name is Prasad. I am from Education,
Thank you, sir. Dr. Vijay.
I'm Dr. Vijay. My specialization is in tissue engineering. I have done my research for a decade long outside, where we have been working with implanting cardiac tissues, generating them in the lab, implanting them, and testing the compatibility. So basically, this is my background, and what I'm doing here is, I'm working with engineers of science, where we are working on certain projects to develop certain products which can be brought to the market. And that is one core area of focus. I also run a primary school because of my passion. I've been running this for 10 long years. Even though I was not in India, I've been running this, and it is successfully running still in Chennai. One more interesting concept I have is that when I was doing my college studies, what I understand is most of the students, they lack the concepts. Many of you said that we memorize, we buy hard, and we just present ourselves. But I was always puzzled by the fact that where lies the concept? Do you really understand what you learn, or how long that it remains in your head? So that is mainly because we are not practically exposed. You are saying A plus B square. Once you present it in a different way, it's impossible for a child to forget. So I'm in the process of trying to set up some kind of a system where even the college students, like some of them are from the microbiology, biochemistry or life sciences background. So where simple concepts, many of us know about the genetics, DNA, but do they really understand? Or if they have to be made to understand what exactly we need to teach, or how we are supposed to teach. This is a concept we want to develop, and there are such concepts available, but can we really introduce this to the students is going to be one of my objectives. So in the coming future, I would be very much interested in joining hands and see how we can develop the program for the students, which will really benefit in real learning, not memorizing.
Just to add one thing from this, sorry for this. I'm the only great grandfather here. I hope so. Because I just forget sometimes.
We don't
the benefit of joining Apna, last meeting I met one lady. She took me to a project. It's Edu satellite. The one NGO is launching 48 satellites, Edu satellites, okay, manufactured by school students for the Rotary Club. Okay, it's costing about 12 crore rupees. And that's the kind of networking advantage we are getting from AFNA. I just wanted to inform you how you will be benefited in the future. Thank you.
I once again request you to be very brief.
Yes.
We should have time for interaction.
Good morning. My name is Lata Shubhakar. I am an independent financial advisor. People say that everybody earns an income or a salary, but the only people who grow rich are the people who know how to invest this fund wisely and make it grow. With 18 years of experience in this field, I help people to secure their families and make sure their money grows, because money may not buy everything, but it can take you places. I'm very passionate about helping school children get the right education. In India, we find that many of the children who are very, very talented and who have the scope don't get to go to the right schools and colleges because of the parents not doing the right way of investing money. So that when it comes to educating them, many brilliant students drop out and take arts, like somebody was saying, you know. I'm one of them, I took arts. So I would love to empower these parents, start putting away little by little money, so that when a child says, I want to be a scientist or I want to be a doctor, the parent should not say, I don't have money to put you in this college. So that's my passion.
There are 7 rows of seats. For every row, I will give some in-between area about Apna, so that we are able to take it forward. And also you can break the monotony of only listening to introductions. One of the greatest learning is how to learn. Many times we forget how to learn, we just learn without really knowing how to learn. And one of the core strengths of Apna is ability. We are teaching people an ability. So now while you are here listening, it's also my duty to say how to listen. I'm not challenging anybody, I know you are all experts. But still, there could be something you may miss. Therefore, let me explain. Listening is not important, how to listen is important. While they are talking, what does it make to you? You must be mentally ready. To me, each of you represent, as long as you are an educational institution, each of you represent 5 elements. Which are the 5 elements? Element number 1 is you, yourself, sitting here as a person, your family and friends. While they are talking, you will start thinking relationship to you, your family and friends. Many of us, full stop, after that we don't extend. That is why I want to say, don't leave it there, put a comma. One of the philosophy in Apna is the philosophy of comma. Nothing is a full stop, because who are you to decide full stop? There's only one person who can decide full stop, if you believe in God. We are all human beings, whether by birth, by choice or by whatever it is, we are led into some destiny. Therefore, don't judge anything. Just have a comma, that's all. So while we are talking, each of them, please listen in the following manner. A, what does it mean to me, my family and friends? 2, if you are in an institution, what does it mean to my management? 3, what does this mean to my students? 4, what does it mean to the parents of the students? 5, what does it mean to the society in which you are? When you look from that angle, every one of them, what they talk will make sense. You may not need it. The need for it may be priority number 10 for you, but you cannot escape that, because you are representing a system. Management, parents, students, you and your family, and the society. So please look from that angle. Sir, Arun.
Good morning and happy morning to all. I am Arun Kumar from Scope LLP. We are into advertising and printing. If there is any printing equipment, please do for us. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
engineer for about 18 years, 18 to 20 years. Been into IT for a long time. So I've dealt with a lot of technologies, right from the basic fundamentals in the programming to complex applications. One of the things that I've always, I've kind of quit job and come out and then started on as entrepreneurship. For about 10 long years I've been in jobs and other business. One of the businesses that I actually look at is creativity. I work on certain trainings for developing the creative skills of kids. It could be right from the heart, right from conceptualization, visualization. One of the beliefs that I carry is that today is no more a service-oriented platform that we live on. We live on more of the idea-driven platform. So our visualization should be more of an idea. Our visualization should be about solving problems. It's not about just rendering service. So I believe in transformation of problems into opportunities. So most of the time that I actually give you some of the opportunity that we work on training is tied to this aspect of it, where we try to see how kids are actually self-equipped to kind of solve problems which are more creative in nature, rather than just giving a service and getting out of it. So I've been working on this area where I'm trying to connect to a lot of kids at a younger age. One of my principles is that we try to catch kids or people or children or the skill as young as possible to kind of inculcate the creative thinking, which is idea driven, which can solve problems, which can solve anything. We're not looking at technology, we're looking at inherent capability of people, which is given into them that can actually be kind of harnessed to bring the best out to the world. It could be the research, it could be in creativity, it could be in entertainment. We leave it to the kids, but we at least try and kind of give them the path to see how creativity can be kind of a good thing for you, and that's where your skill starts from. That's what we look at. This is Vijay again. Thanks.
Good morning. I am Nataraj from Mars Infosystem. We are into total IT solution providers and IT security products like CCTV, and then IT infrastructure solutions, right from networking. Any new building comes, we are doing a structured cabling, so active and passive parts. So recently we have ventured into solar also. So for the rooftop systems, like for residents or commercial buildings or institutions or industries. Thanks.
Good morning. I am Kumar from Classic Interior Inventions Private Limited. We run this company for last 35 years. We operate throughout South India. We supply infrastructure products like furniture, lighting to big industries as well as education sector. Education sector is one of the major sector of our business life. In the education sector, we supply office furniture, school furniture, library furniture, lab furniture, auditorium chairs. We also work with acoustics for various conference halls, auditoriums and all that. We have been working with many of the universities like Madras University, Anna University, SRM, VIT, here in Bangalore, IIMB, Indian Institute of Science and all that. In terms of schools, we have not done much of the schools furniture. We would like to get connected with most of the people here and see any of your requirement in infrastructure. We will be able to supply. Thank you.
Road 2 is over. Let's discuss a little bit. So that we break the monotony, as I told you, I was explaining to you a very important aspect called ability. One of the strong points of Apnar is not somehow you succeed. What is the ability that is needed? And I explained to you one example. Let me go to another aspect of ability. This is something to do with management. There is a time when you cannot do everything. You want to do a lot of things, but if you do it, you have only that much of time. The more you involve others, the more the chances of spreading. And to involve others, you need an attitude which focuses on sacrificing your ego. Because many times we think we are the only people who can do better. I have tried talking to a lot of people. When somebody comes, they say, no, sir, not that good. So finally I told him, I will only do. How much you do? The more you do, the less you value. The more you get done. Tata's was thinking, JRD, not even JRD, the Jamshedji Tata thought that he will do everything. He will still be running only Tata Steel, not 140 companies. I am not telling you should run 140 companies. You can do 140 activities in your own school. Or you can make a child do 140 activities. Or you can break it up in any way. So one of the philosophies of Apna ability is you do. I do. I must have the ability to do. That's the first thing. Many of you, somebody said, I just started the school. I had no background. Correct? Just start. You do. If you cannot do, then you must have the ability to find somebody who can do. Correct? That's an ability. So the first ability is do it yourself. The second ability is, if I cannot do, I must find somebody who can do. If I don't have that ability also, then at least I must have the ability to find somebody else who can find that somebody who can do. Correct? So I must have the ability, or I must have the ability to find somebody to do, or I must have the ability to find somebody else who can find that somebody to do. If I don't have any of these things, then what is your ability? Do you really have an ability? That is the core question we are asking. Everybody we are asking. There is an ability. Please bring it up. Not necessary that you should do everything. A lot of people tell me, this is not my subject. I say, how will you say it is not your subject? If it is not your subject, it is your student's subject, it's your student's parent's subject, it's your management subject. So you cannot say that it is not your subject. You can say that you don't have the ability. Fair enough. Can I find somebody? That is what enterprise is all about. So we will take you through this journey, then we understand more about that. So let's go to row number 3. Giridhar.
Thank you, sir. A big thank you for all the teachers, all the gurus actually, who has trained or taught students since their birth, and PhDs also. So I provide a communication platform that is called as Bulk SMS Gateway, where you can push SMS to your parents or any alerts, anything which will be done with a short one click, single click. You can do it from your mobile also. And we provide voice gateways also, where you can alert your parents or kids or whatever, if it's a holiday or any attendance or anything related to. And we, apart from this, we provide an IVR services also, interactive virtual calling system, where without your presence, it will record and you can do online. We have done a online training program over the call for rural area students. They'll just give a missed call to a number and they can pick a topic for whichever they wanted to train. Thanks for Jio for providing the free calling system, so that they can hear the training session over the call. This is Giridhar. Thank you so much.
Sanjeev.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sanjay. I run a company called Traders Infotech. I'm into totally IT solutions. For school especially, we have come up with the school information system where everything is automated.
Please come. Yes.
It's automated from starting from admission level till when managing the staff, everything like sending the homeworks, mobile apps, the parents to communicate with teachers, everything. We have implemented that for NHVPS school, National Energy Public School. 2 schools we have done that. Apart from that, my passion is working on like IoT technologies. We do a lot of IoT projects. We have started. Recently insurance-based company. It's a rare, different kind of project where they want to do facial recognition of cows. So we have not done that kind of project, but it's a challenging project. We have taken it. So apart from this, what I have learned when I started my company is before starting the company, I was only concentrating on my technologies. After I started company, I started learning many things, and I started teaching people. Before that, I thought, okay, I'm not a good teacher. I just can play only development. I can do only development work. But once I started the company, I started helping people to learn technologies and all. Now I do trainings also for people who want to learn technology. That's it. Thank you.
Good morning all. My name is Ganapati Bhatt. Nowadays it is a very big development in education systems and all. So when I was studied, I am a Kannada student. So I studied in a school such a that school has only 3 rooms. First standard to 7th standard we are running in that school. Even in one school there is only 1 room. First standard to 4th standard and 23 students. I am the one of the student in that. So nowadays it is so much developed in so many specifications. Everything has happened. And I am into laptop service. We have in 6 branches in Bangalore. And we are tied up with many schools, Gurukula, Christ College and all. So laptop and desktop is our export service in that. We are doing export service in that. We do motherboard, chip level service also. Okay, so we do free pickup and delivery also in the Bangalore. I am an insurance agent and I do vegetarian catering also. These are the 2 other segments which I am handling. So my name is Ganapati Bhatt. If anybody required my services, I will get them. Yes, my okay.
Good morning. I'm Anita. I do 2 type of activities. One is basically an HR consultant. I look into your payrolls, appliances like EFD, IT, PGs, things like you teachers, the staff, those kind of competencies you can get connected to. The second part of it is into event management. Like we design events based on your requirement, your school, like differently able and these things we get into. You can connect to me.
You have something?
Good morning. Warm welcome to all of you all into the world of Apna. And my name is Chandrika, a very proud member of Apna since this Jan rather. What I do, I'm a counselor basically, and I was interested in listening to Madam Sapna and Anchal and all of them. Most of us were talking about you doing something and then getting into something else right now because passion has driven you. Today's world is so very competitive that it's very important for us to know what we are equipped with, rather your ability. Most of us don't know our ability till we reach 40s or late 40s. So in this world of competition, in this world of fast life, because there were days when we were educated, even to get a phone call to speak to someone outstation, we had to book a transport and wait for it. Today's it's not that. You sit here and you talk to anyone. That's the kind of speed we are in. So it's very important for us to understand our children, what is their ability. So I come from that background. Rather, it helped me understand what I am, what is my natural abilities. So it's called dermatographics. I don't know how many of you have heard about it. Dermatographics is more to identify what your inner potential is based on your neurons. So your finger patterns actually represent your neuron distribution in various lobes. And it's in every lobe in your brain, both left and right, have certain characteristics. Now if you look at frontal, it's more to do with personality. So this is what
what it is, so you get to know your child better. That's what I come from. So ma'am, you were talking about manual for living. I provide that. Thank you so much.
Now 3 is over, but before that, we have 2 more visitors on this side. So I request you to come and introduce yourself, please. Both of you. You can introduce your background, what you are doing.
Good morning to all. So this is Zamir. I am from Don Bosco High School. I'm working as a chemistry and science background.
One more, please.
I am Nagas, coming from Don Bosco School. I am working as Kannada teacher, MD, Health, Kannada subject.
Excuse me, not over. Anybody else name? So before we go to the row number 4, let me take another aspect of Apna. Many of you have heard this word Apna, at least here. Apart from the Hindi or the meaning of Apna, we have an expansion for Apna, which is what I want to explain. Apna means astutely, position, natural abilities. This is the meaning of Apna. Though it's a word which we know, the real power behind Apna is this astutely position. Astutely means cleverly, intelligent, purposeful. Position, natural ability. We always believe that everybody has a natural ability. Abilities, of course, everybody has, but many of these abilities are natural, inborn. Unfortunately, many people don't know what is their natural ability, or they don't think that it is something great. They always think that is not so big, God has been always unkind to me. Look at that person who was born with a silver spoon, or that rich person, or whatever it is. We never worry about what we have. We always try to think of somebody else's ability. Many times we try to acquire somebody else's natural ability. I have seen a lot of people who come and say, that's a very good speaker. I also should become a good speaker. I always ask them, why do you want to become a good speaker? He's a good speaker, no. Be a friend with him, that is enough. What is your natural ability? Have you thought of it? If you can bring your natural ability and position it properly, that's much bigger purpose of life than trying to copy something. You can always know many things. The curiosity to know is different from the ability to position your own natural ability. This is one of the strengths of Apna. And the most common example I give, which is easy to understand, is anger. A lot of people are short-tempered. They get very angry, they keep shouting. And somebody at some point tells your anger is going to increase your BP. Then they decide that they have to go for yoga or something to control. I always wonder, why do you do all that? God has given you anger. No. Position it properly. You will get the best benefit out of anger itself, rather than trying to suppress. So don't suppress your natural ability, bring it out. And this is what we tell businesses, individuals. Let's think about what you have and try to find an opportunity around that. And that is one of the strengths of the club. So let's move on to row number 4. Naveen.
In Sanskrit, there is one word, mantra, Guru Brahma, Vishnu, Guru Deva, Maheshwara. And in Kannada, there is one big mantra is there, Guruven Maha. So those people who are bringing from Guruven Maha to Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, today I am addressing that. In the same place, I am also here
to represent my company and Coherent Technologies. As you see, when you walk around the China or Dubai, you see the people are similar. So there is no uniqueness. As Sir told, astutely present yourself. My capacity, my capability, and my astutely position myself is I can make a school the position right manner. My name is Naveen. I am into website design, creative websites I do from last 14 years. And I have done a MBA graduate. With the graduation of MBA and in marketing and finance, I can make your school or college in better way. So you can bank upon me, Coherent Technologies. This is Naveen. Thank you.
Good morning, all of you. I'm from the most neglected subject in India. Can I have any guess? Sports. My name is Captain Suresh. I am from an army background. So I was a national champion, prize medalist. I went my diploma, sports coaching, MS, blah blah blah. I started a sports academy. After my VRS from army service, I started to join Bajaj Life Insurance. There was a market crash. Then I back to my sports field only. It was a very unique field. I am a strong believer of if you want to take a full potential of the children, you allow them to play. At least half an hour to 1 hour. Which field they are supposed to play. Bangalore is very difficult to play. Gully after they won't go to the playground. Why? Because schools are not having a playground. That's what my main focus. After 53 years of age, I met one gentleman, Ayrathil Urvan, with the help of Chandriya Madam. So in army, Tuesday is a very dry day. No drink, no non-veg, only temple parade will be there. People used to put up dry days. But in Apna, Tuesday is a very useful day for us. I never miss Tuesday program. It is the right platform for me to tell about things. School is the right place to change children's life. Because of my class teacher, I was not very good. I'm in the second class student. But because of my physical director, I became a national champion in so many fields. Thank you very much.
Vijay Jain is a person who goes with a checkbook.
Hi, good morning. I would like to start with one statement. Thank you so much when you made that one statement when you said kids should be entrepreneur at that age before they're into their teens. This is the first time I've had a validation from somebody from outside talking about this. Otherwise, I've only heard things like, are you doing the right thing? So thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Nathan, for bringing her here and having my validation from somebody outside. Since there are a lot of teachers and schools out here, one of the activities which we do, which is more of a social initiative, is something called as Kishore Bharati, where we get in kids who have just gone out of their preschooling and initial schooling and gone into their 7th, 8th, and 10th standards. They're turning into teenage, getting into shoes, they're more phones, parents are having issue, we don't listen to kids. We get them together, get them into a group, get them to open up, talk to each other. Simple activities that we do. It's more done out of our payback to the society. There's no cost. We're doing it at apartment levels. We have folks running today. A group of about 40 kids who are a part of the school. I'll be really happy if anybody can add anything that we can take on. I'm willing to share what in terms of activities, simple followed by a few discussions, a small prayer, and end of it about an hour a week. So that's what we do. For work, Nathan was wrong. I couldn't go with a checkbook when I he was right in the sense that there is a checkbook that you get in your hand because we raise a law for various businesses, manufacturing, trading. We have done for 2 institutes as well. We raise funds. These are basically debt funds that we raise. Apart from a few other small developments here and there, so I'm now getting involved with an energy company, getting involved with a media company. My brother used to journey, you are too slow. And I used to think about tortoise. The tortoise is very slow, but ultimately win the race in all those stories. Apart from the fact that also lives very long. So I said, no, okay, I'll try to be a horse. I tried turning myself. And as I was turning myself, I realized trying to be a horse from a tortoise, I mean, ended up being able to pursue multiple things that I do. I love the analogies that you've given. Thank you so much.
Yes, Balakrishna. Those of you who are looking at expanding your institution and looking at money, it would be a good starting point with Vijay Jain. Not when you are here, but you have to plan in advance, building the relationship with him, and when you want the money, it's much easier to get. Many times I've seen people, they come in the last minute for fund, then they have to do a lot of compromise. I thought Vijay Jain would be one such a good person. Yes, Bala.
Good morning to all. I am Balakrishna, representing Mediatek Education Initiatives, which is part of Mediatek iSolutions Private Limited. Well, I've been part of Apna the last 4 years, and we were looking for a day like this where we can meet the school promoters and authorities here in this particular place. Well, Mediatek as a company for the last 17 to 18 years, we have produced several animation films. More than about 18 films we have produced. In initial stages, when we approached Cartoon Network and other channels, they said no, we won't telecast our channel. They said that we would not like to telecast Swami Vivekananda film on Swami Vivekananda. He said why? They said no, he's a religious leader. Okay, fine. Why don't you telecast a film on Gandhi? He said, no, he's a political leader. Many of the channels, they focus more onto the Asian market or the world market. They address to the needs of the children, particularly from 3 years to 6 years kind of a category. That is why you find lot of animation contents which are available. It can only engage a child, will not help a child to grow in terms of the knowledge. So this has made us to think, why don't we try with the GEC channels, the local regional channels. Yes, our films like Swami Vivekananda, Basveshwara, Purandaradasa, many of these films were telecast. But again, these are not the channels that we thought is the right kind of channels, because they don't have a reach to the people. Then we thought, why not we directly go to the schools and then start telecast our films. We have some of the films like Chanakya, Sant Kabir Das, Bhagwan Mahavir. Then we have film on Gandhi. But all these, how do we showcase in the schools? Every school says it's very important, but we have also spent a lot of money in producing these films. But how do we, there is no way where we can give back whatever we have invested. Of course, we have to sustain it. Then we thought, I had a talk with the NCRT, the psychology department head, Dr. Sushma Gulati. Dr. Sushma Gulati said, look, all these things will not work, and start working something in the schools where the schools would definitely find it interesting. So take up the area of education for values. So that is, in fact, you all know that NCRT has done a lot of work on education value. They have a set of framework, that is called a value education framework. And based on this framework, they have identified some 180 values. So we thought, why don't we select some of these values and start building up the audiovisual contents in the schools, wherein the school teacher can handle these values, 10 values in a per annum, like that for all the classes from 1st standard to 10th standard, this can be covered. But to reach out to the schools also is not a very easy task. So therefore we thought, why not we introduce a magazine, Happy Go. The magazine is for education for values. The magazine is available, Happy Go is available in 2 stages, that is one is junior, from 4th standard to 7th standard, and senior is from 8th standard to 10th standard. So when the people from NCRT, people from education institutions, some of the seniors from education, that is Dr. Samir Simha, Dr. Ganesh, but all these people, they have encouraged and said that you start here. But then thing is that you need to reach out to schools, because the print is, unless until there is a substantial subscription. Of course, the subscription what has been considered is about 600 rupees per annum. 10 issues will be given, every month 1 issue. And the 2 months where the schools do not function, that time 2 issues will not be there. So definitely we need people to also contribute to the article as articles to the magazine. And some of the articles are very interesting, and it's available online. All the magazines, whatever we have produced, is available. happygoonline.com is the magazine. And some of the articles are, it is not the article just taken from the internet and used. These are all experiences. There is an article on bullying, okay, where a software engineer who is working presently in Microsoft has shared his experiences on bullying. So what he has expressed is that, when he was in the 5th standard, he was so badly bullied and he was about to commit suicide. So at that point of time, somebody has come and explained to him, changed his mind, and later on, he has understood what is all about. And today, his boss who is working in Microsoft is the person who bullied him. So that is his true story he has narrated. So some of these kind of articles it is taken across in the magazine. The students will read, the reading habits in the students also can be enhanced, and at the same time this will be a lot of value addition to the students also. So we look forward from schools to encourage to take the magazine to the students. Thank you very much.
Good morning, I'm Uma. I manufacture nutrition bars. These are 100% natural and 100% vegetarian bars with protein that a child requires for development. Thank you.
So fast. You are compensating for some people.
You want a break? Continue.
Little bit is okay. Half is okay.
So we have finished one side. So we are just with a small team there. Very powerful team. Before that, let's move ahead. Now, has got 2 pillars. One is opportunity. The second is encash the opportunity. Encash does not mean cash. Encash is fulfilling. That's all it means. These are 2 pillars on which the whole foundation of Apna is built. On opportunities, I want to just explain one issue. Opportunity comes your way. Somebody passes an opportunity. Somebody comes and tells you such and such a person is looking for your school. Somebody has given you the opportunity, so you take it forward. But everybody is not lucky. There is competition out there for the same piece. There are so many people who are trying to grab it. So opportunity itself, when it comes your way, you taking it is one thing. But the uniqueness in Apna is we are teaching people how to create an opportunity. This is the strength. And this is going to be the theme of what we are going to discuss today from about 12 or 12:15 till 1. Creating an opportunity is important. You need the ability. Now you put all of them together. I said you must have the ability to do something. If not, find somebody. If not, find somebody else. But you have the ability. And what for? Ability to create an opportunity. Create an opportunity from nothing. Just close your mind and create an opportunity. Not find somebody. So that theory moves on. That's what we call as our Apna anthem, where there is no full stop. You always try and create. Creating is an art. Everybody cannot create. Some of them can take an opportunity. Many people are so docile, they just wonder when I will get an opportunity. You sit in your office and your mobile rings. Take the call, and on the other line you have a customer. Opportunity. But suppose your mobile doesn't ring, what do you do? Correct? That's what we do. We teach how we can create an opportunity. And once you have created an opportunity, we should look at encashing. And today is the first day where Apna is wanting to partner with schools to look at opportunities. How can we create new opportunities with all the resources that we do have?
Always passionate about doing. I was always passionate about being a doctor. Treating people is my passion. Making them healthy is my passion. And then research work started, and I went down to basics. After I started doing this, I realized I need to address something that I'm doing for time. Talking about how air works inside, then I go on to food. And I always tell them this. This is what I'm telling you today because you go to primary school and start teaching about eating. It's important now that maybe in a digestive system class or in some talk to emphasize so much address children young and old, because even now others are watching this. Believe me, sometimes something that they're able to believe, because we've moved so much away. Let us start what we did in school. When we eat, chew. That's how I start off with children in my name. Got from teachers. We need to in some way bring it into their mind that it is important for them and make it more interesting and fun, so that they grow up into adults not running to doctors, but going back into their kitchens, going back to their parents and teachers, where we can help them get good health. So this is one thing that I would look at. Another thing was, like Madam was talking about the role of mind. Yes, mind is more like a drunken monkey, drunken young monkey, child monkey would be a better thing, because it's very difficult to anchor it, it is very difficult to hold it. And there are so many search that are done to hold that. I have also been doing a lot of practices in this regard, because living in this moment was always what we were taught, but it was the most difficult thing which I never was, and I kept wondering how. And the solution that I found was in leaving the mind alone and working on the heart. It was very difficult for me to comprehend initially that you can really anchor this mind working on the heart. It's like, if you put a mercury on a paper, it flows off everywhere. If you can put it in a container and it's there, you can hold it. Though the mercury is so, mobile and moves around, it just contains into that cap or a vessel when it is encased like that. So as you start working on the heart, the mind starts getting very calm, very composed. And it's very, very essential to bring this to children, because a regulated mind is what is required, and that is possible only with a clean heart. And that is what exactly we educate, teach and support in Heartfulness Institute, where I am a trainer. This institute is available in more than 120 countries, working to bring the heartfulness meditation and relaxation techniques to people worldwide, free of cost. There's no hidden agenda, no money involved in this. Any schools, please scholars or colleges, we come and children below 10th standard, we give them how to relax and how to concentrate on their studies by relaxing. 10th standard and above, we take them up for meditation. This really helps them to calm their mind and be more composed. Now the effort of getting my mind to be in the present is never there. I'm so surprised. As I started working on my heart, I started watching that I don't have to think of my mind. I'm very much there in the present. And then I said, oh, it's so easy, it's so simple. So this is what we can do with heartfulness meditation. Do connect with me for these things. In anywhere, any place, not just a school, any place, we would like to come as a team, any country. We will come as a team and we will help children or anybody understand this, and we support them with this meditation throughout life free of cost. Because we continue to give them individual sittings throughout life free of cost. So do connect. And when we talk of big things as doctors, like how
the heart, and this school initiative is one such movement. And similarly, as Simi ma'am spoke, the 61 program.
Now we enter the world of media. Many of you can latch on.
Namaskar, everyone. Very good morning to all. So, basically, I run a media firm called Varta Mitra, which is in Kannada, English and Hindi. And I am working on a concept of innovation in education, which is to try and understand the new activities, innovation, because now innovation is something that is creeping in everywhere. As someone mentioned, earlier it was a trunk call, now it is a mobile phone. So everywhere everything is changing. And innovation in education today's date, one of the things that I see is it's not only changing from the Gurukula system to the Lord Macaulay system back to Gurukula system. So effectively, new things are coming in with changing technology and changing things. I do a lot of, we would like to cover a lot of organizations, business institutions on this one, on what is that you are actually trying to do in innovating into the education system. That is one section that I do. And also I'm as an author, I'm an author of a book called The Reputation Builder, how one should build your reputation, and or rather how you should take care of negative reputation. Especially nowadays, a lot of negative reputation is creeping up due to parent and parent teachers or parent management fights around. And I work on various aspects relating to how to subside that negative reputation and how to ensure the brand value of that is kept well. And I speak a lot in the similar subject itself. Primarily, you will, as part of your MBAs and stuff, you will learn marketing and branding, but you don't learn reputation, because branding is what you want to shout, whereas reputation is making the other one think or talk about you. Is it third party or third party rather than third party? Okay, this is the book that I have written. So this is all. I'm open to talk, understand, help, and I'm a person in belief that I'll extend to what Nathan sir had mentioned. Every person has something to give or something to take, and as well as someone to connect, inclusive of the kid on that corner sitting at the corner, or the most eldest and senior most people here. Everybody has something to sell, something to buy, and someone to connect. Thank you.
Also, some of you are doing phenomenal work, not for publicity, it is for propagating the good work that you are doing. Maybe you can use this Varta Mitra platform, start sharing to the world. You would be happy to discuss. Dinesh.
Good morning all, I am Dinesh. I run a travel company called Three Friends Travels International. Okay, though I come from a different background, I am a chemical engineer by education qualification. Though I was there for and what I do organize holiday packages for families, and I choose a few locations. Something I want to give something uniqueness in the locations what I choose. Like for example, I do regular organized packages to Northeast, like places like Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Assam. So probably very few of us know anything about the Northeast, except that they are developing or underdeveloping thing. But when we go there, if we know the actual history, actual civilizations they reach, that learn a lot of about our culture or history. And similarly, I do organize packages, international locations. So how I tie up with the two local tour operators in those countries, and through them I organize so that I always get a local support, because safety, security, everything has to be taken care of. So that way I organize something interesting tours to cover Ramayana trails in Sri Lanka, or if you want to see the ancient temples in Cambodia, or explore myself and try to help people to also give that enjoyment to them. So that way I'll be interested to organize education tours also, where the students will explore the different cultures as well as the history as well as the country itself. So that's what I do. Thank you.
Also, you know from Calcutta. The beauty of him is he is now learning Carnatic music. Very soon he will sing. I told him no. So with this we close that row. We have only 5 more people to go. So we'll do one more small thing, then we will cover all the 5 in one shot. Then we will go to the main agenda. So we are talking about bits of what Apna really is. After all this, I am sure you will ask, okay, all this we understood. What does Apna do? Correct? That answer, there is no answer. So the only answer to that is, whatever you want us to do, we will do. That is what it means. You must know what you want. We will tell you to support. That's all it is. You want money here? We'll give it. You don't want money? That's also okay. We'll take it. Anything, resource, is a connecting point where we want to bring all resources and technology that we have. Again, it's only an expansion of various things. Quickly we'll finish. The most important quality human beings have is the ability to think. We always encourage people to think. I've always believed success is not important. How you succeed is important. Did you have a plan, or did you succeed by fluke? You will always succeed by fluke. Initially, you start a new concept, suddenly you get customers, and then you think you are on the world. But think. It's the most important, because that's what differentiates us from several other living beings. Next, whatever you want, please be clear that you have to segment the market. Nobody can satisfy everybody except Apna, because Apna does not have anything on its own. Whatever you want is our segment. Segment is important. You want to start a school, for which segment you want? Whatever the segment could be. Today's segment can be demographics, can be age, it can be religion, unfortunately, it can be abilities, it can be middle class, poor, small children, big children, very big children, or bigger children, whatever it is, segment. Be clear which segment you are talking. If you don't segment, then it is the million monkey theory. You throw the monkey everywhere, something will come. And you are happy. That's not the way to work. Once you segment, learn to position. This is very crucial in business. Every segment requires positioning. You must position level. Higher positioning, no use. Lower also no use. I have seen some extraordinary people, brilliant idea, but it doesn't succeed because wrong positioning. That's all. Idea is very good, but they did not know how to position. That is why always you must think, empathize with the other side, the customer. And for a school, it's very tough. Who is the customer, correct? Very difficult to, especially teachers don't want to agree that students are customers. They say, how can I treat the student as a customer? We punish the student also. We cannot punish the customer. So many schools are still fighting to know who is the customer, correct? When you don't know who is the customer, it's a million monkey theory. We are not segmented at all. Whether management is the customer, teachers are the customer, parents are the customer, students are the customer. We go and talk to the principal. He says, sir, this is a great idea. Principal says, no, it will not work. The students will not love it. I always wonder, who is the principal to decide it will not work, correct? I am talking of something for the students and the principal comes in the way and says it will not work. Wrong positioning, correct? How to reach the student? That is a question for which we have to find the answer. Because we don't have the answer, we cannot forget the question and change it to something else. Unless we know segment, who is the customer? And ultimately, you will agree that student is the customer. Right? Very difficult answer. Position. And all these three means only one thing. Bonus on natural systems. This is bonus on natural systems. Please remember, the only way to work is through the natural system that is available in the world. If you try to do anything on your own, which does not integrate into the natural system, you have to put a lot of effort. Nothing more. Or even if it comes, a great effort. We must recognize what is the natural system and start. The natural system will start. But we cannot believe whether it will continue. So I leave it here. Teaspoons is another concept where we take extra pains to talk to people, to think, segment positions, and identify the natural system in which they are doing. Whatever work you are doing, whichever school or college or institution or service that you want to do, please always remember we need to work with fundamentals. And this is another part of the here, and let's look at the last 5 Sridhar Dixit.
Good afternoon, Sridhar here. I represent Explorers. We are in educational consulting space. So broadly for kids from grade 1 to grade 12. And looking at what we can do, think out of the box to look at initiatives that can help them understand real life scenario in the future. So one of them could be an industry visit for a particular age group. One of them could be a science workshop for a particular age group, a historical tour for another. So we package all of these things to a school and market this concept, and we do have a yearly engagement with the school. We lock in the school and make sure that we do a fantastic job in terms of giving them the output on that. Some schools look at a whole year and say we want to have a program which covers 365 days and run it for us. So we do all sorts of initiatives. One of the key verticals is what I'm talking about is the experiential learning part right now. But we can do a lot more in terms of all engagements with schools, be it, I met Vijaya College, the principal yesterday. So he was talking about a whole lot of things, which could be his grade 11 and 12 moving into commerce, and commerce today being, they finish the program and they don't know what to do. So he's bringing in a program which says, I'm in 12th grade commerce and I have 3 years, and then in the 3 years, how can we make them employable ready? So can you come on to programs where we kind of involve people, engage them regularly, and make sure that they are industry ready, sort of thing. So I kind of work on all of these initiatives and projects. So looking forward to anything that can add more value. Thank you.
with your kind permission, I will do a bit of job. I would like to tell more about our group and then about me then. See, we always find house, office, always we find on one side demand, on the other side resources. As much demands are there, as much resources are also available. But we do not know how to match. Sometimes we want something, what do? Go to Google, go to Just Dial, get pages of information, we don't know how to tackle. Make some phone calls, they say we'll come back after 48 hours. No. Here, there is a full stop for that. We here, Apna again I reiterate this meaning, this group has got a natural ability to match this demand and source available. So you can bank on us. Now, for example, where all these resources you go, they will tell what they have, as Sir told a little while back. Whereas if you tell us your need, we will satisfy that with a good service. Now, what you see here is only a small sample of us. And all our team had come, this building is not sufficient. So, name the service. It's not an exaggeration. Name the service, name the help you want, we will provide that. That is what we stand for here. And religiously, we do that. We stress more on relationship and later on business. And as far as I am concerned, I am an entrepreneur turned yoga instructor. I help people to get enlightenment through yoga, which is our oldest science, most efficient science, which is becoming, will be rediscovered now. So that's what I do. Thank you very much.
Good morning all. My name is Samuel Sudhakar. I'm a business management consultant and a trainer. I served in the industry for 25 years, worked in startups, SME and corporates. 18 years I have served in the leadership position. 2016 I started my business consulting services. I'm associated with MSME, Ministry of Small and Micro Enterprises. I conduct digital marketing workshops and management workshops there. I'm a proud member of APNA. I'm also connected with Business Yogi, which is a business leadership coaching firm. So what we can do for the schools and colleges, one is in terms of being in the entrepreneurship. We are in touch with the SME. We work with a lot of entrepreneurs. So at the school level, you may have the opportunity in terms of catching the students very young, because as you know, more than 10 lakh students are coming up, graduating, and we can't give them jobs today. So in terms of the on seat very young. So we help one. We've done the colleges, digital marketing workshops, management workshops, communication workshops. Any of your requirement will be happy to support you. Thank you so much.
One or two. One representing. Okay. This is Soumya.
Namaste, I'm Soumya and I'm representing a Ayurvedic special fruit act. He's my friend Ranjit. We both are into this fruit awareness we are doing here. Basically, it is a fruit called Amrit Noni, and we have an extract of it as a medicine, and it will also work as a preventive agent. This we grow it in Shimoga organically, and we use this. This fruit, it will convert all our unhealthy cells into healthy. So it will help in all the diseases and as a preventive also. This product is introduced by a person who was suffering from rheumatoid arthritis and was at his deathbed, almost at his deathbed, and he got completely cured after using this forest fruit. So he is growing this and for the benefit of the society, and recently we got Aryabhatta International Award also for the work what we are doing. We have a cancer combination also recently launched, and it is giving very good results in cancer. and we want to create awareness program about this superfood by conducting health seminars and health camps. So wherever possible we will go, we will discuss what are the uses of this fruit and how anyone can be benefited out of this fruit for the diseases and also to live a healthy life. Thank you.
Now, Karthik, so there are a few from the organizing side.
Good afternoon. My name is Karthik. My organization is called Waste Technologies. Before I tell you what we are doing, I just want to tell you one example. Actually, we do branding and marketing solutions exclusive for educational institutions. For the academic 2018 and 2019, actually there was a school in Vidini. Okay, we wanted to shut down because of less enrollments. Okay, so what we did was we went there with the team, okay, and we did a branding and marketing audit for the educational institution. So we proposed them with a solution like what they can do, like what steps they can follow to improve their enrollments. So I'm happy to tell you that their admission was grown by 2x, okay, 200%. So there were 180 new enrollments. Okay, that's what we do for educational institution. So we usually come to your educational institutions. Okay, we study your we do audit of your branding and marketing audit, online channel, offline channel, in the community, and then we propose with the solution like what you have to do for the entire academic year. Okay, and it's not one-time investment, and it's a plus. So when they say website or digital marketing, we don't propose that. We give any solution is right. So you're not worried about your investment, and also have a result accordingly. Thank you. Maria?
Good afternoon, I'm Kavya. By education, I'm an engineer. Then I worked in corporate for a couple of time, and I realized that's not the place I want to be in future. So I joined NGO thinking that I can serve a society to some extent, and I was happy doing that actually. And now I've started working in NCP as an opportunity.
We have a lot of engineers today. Let's move a little ahead, and there is a lot of